If you haven't seen my video, my prior video about a great blues lick that you probably never heard of, definitely watch that video, because this is going to be part 2 where I show you how to use either a full lick or parts of licks to use in your own solos. Hi, I'm Donna from DonnaSchwartzMusic.com, the site to boost your performance and improvisation skills up to the next level. So in a previous video, I exposed you to this particular blues lick. In my previous video, I talked about how the tune Birks Works by Dizzy Gillespie is like a gold mine, okay, of blues licks in there. In fact, there's not only one lick in there, there's quite a few. I'm going to take maybe 2 of the licks from in there, and I already kind of did it in the very beginning where I took the essence of that lick and I just created a blues solo. Now I'm doing this tune in the key of concert C. I've heard this tune done in concert B flat. I've heard it done in concert F. The tune is in a minor. It's a minor blues, okay? And as I mentioned in the previous video, you can absolutely use the elements of a blues scale to help you to improvise over this. Let's start with lick number 1. Really simple lick. In fact, let me ask you, how many different pitches did you hear? Okay, I played it a couple of times. Hear it in your head. Let me know in the comments below, how many different pitches did you hear? Now, if you said 3, you're right, okay? Boo-doo-ba-ba, boo-doo-ba-ba. I could take that lick, just that little snippet, okay, we'd call it a motif, right? And I can create a solo off of that. And I could do other things off of that as well. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Just a really simple lick that I didn't just do those notes. I did the rhythms from that. I expanded on the rhythms. Of course, I did some other things too. But just taking that little nugget of information, that motif, and then having that inform your solo. I want you to think about how Sonny Rollins approaches improvisation. He's the master, along with Jimmy Heath, when it comes to developing motifs. Okay, listen to a lot of Sonny Rollins. Listen to St. Thomas. Okay, what he does in the beginning of his soloing with that. From all the things that I've heard him play, he'll take a simple motif and he'll just develop it and develop it. Okay, and that's one huge pro tip that you can take from this. Okay, so just that little lick from the end of Birks Works. Boo-doo-ba-ba. You could even take boo-doo-ba-ba, boo-doo-ba-ba, da-li-a-doo-da, da-li-a-doo-da. That, you could even consider that a separate lick. All right, here's lick number 2. My very first suggestion is learn that in a whole bunch of keys. Learn it in as many keys as you can, as many keys as you know, because it's a great rip, a great lick. Now, that's really like the first 4 bars pretty much of the tune. You don't have to use that entire lick. In fact, you don't want to do that. but you can use elements from that lick to inform the rest of your soloing. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So I took that turn type of idea. I did it in a couple of different spots, a couple of different notes. All right. I expanded on the rhythms. I took bits and pieces. I even took that last part. Ba-doo-da, ba-doo-da. I even took that as well. So do you see? Let me know in the comments and type the word sense if this is making sense to you about taking a little motif and expanding upon it throughout a blues solo. Now, you may be wondering, oh, she's not playing with any backing track right now. No, I'm not. In fact, I didn't even do it in my last video. And as I was playing right now, I was thinking, oh, you know what? I better explain why I'm doing that. It's a really good idea. Once you're comfortable with the background chords, the chords that go with the blues, whether it's a jazz blues or a basic blues, it's a really good idea to start practicing improvisation without a backing track. You can use a metronome. I use a metronome. I call it a jazz metronome where it clicks on 2 and 4. Okay. Some people have it clicking on the 4th beat. All right. Absolutely. I would definitely recommend that. And the reason why, if you always rely on a backing track, then it'll be really difficult if, let's say, your backing track fails on you. Okay. Or let's say you're playing with a rhythm section that, doesn't always act like the backing tracks that you're used to. All right. You want to be prepared to be able to play a blues not only in many keys, but also in many different types of situations, different tempos. All right. So if you really, really want to get the blues playing down and mastered to a certain extent, definitely practice the blues with either a metronome or without a metronome. But just be sure that you have a good command over the chords that go with that key of the blues that you're playing. I hope you got a lot out of this video and you got a chance to see how we could take a motif and just develop it in various ways. And also, as a part 2 to the part 1 video that I did regarding Birks' works and the goldmine that is for blues vocabulary, how you're exposed to a new awesome tune. And hopefully you've listened to various versions of it. Maybe you have the melody stuck in your head like an earworm, which is a good thing because it's an awesome melody. And maybe now you're starting to use that and learning now from this video how to develop it into your own solo. All right, so I hope you got a lot out of this. Please don't forget, like this video, okay? Subscribe to the channel, tap that bell so that you know when my next videos come out each and every week. And definitely check out my website, donnaschwartzmusic.com, for information, free information, lots of tips there to help you boost your performance and improvisation skills up to the next level. On that note, hey, thanks for spending your time with me. Take care.